Step out on the stage when I'm about to get it. Like I bust out of this cage when I started winning. Watch the bright lights fade when I'm on them swinging. Plus I'm about to get paid like I'm on a mission. This ain't fight night, baby, this is night night. Yeah, feeling right, knuckles clench, I got the mic tight. Lay my belt on the bench cause it's in my sights. Yeah, plus I'm coming for your head, jug ice tight. I ain't no stranger to circumstance, don't notice I'm about to dance. I keep my ship tight cause any moment I'm throwing hands. I'm blowing up on your man, KOing him on demand. Fight of the night, bitch, I'll put ice in my corner, man. Coming for the win, no weakness. Go down the mission, no secret. Flick of the wrist, no sleep, risk. Coming for your head.
Hi guys, welcome to another For the Win MMA interview. This is our first interview of 2022 and I wanted to do something special for this one. So I said why not to get in touch with the man, owner of the first TKO of 2022. I'm here joined by Mr. Viacheslav Borshchev. Am I pronouncing this right?
Yeah, that was pretty close.
Yeah, that's good, man. Slavaclaus, how you doing, man? Welcome to For the Win MMA.
Doing well, thank you. Hi, everybody.
So, man, it's so good to see you, especially after such an amazing win. Your debut, you finally made your long-awaited debut. I remember we were discussing the chances for an interview right after your Contender Series bout, where you won spectacularly as well. You made this debut after earning this contract in spectacular fashion against Chris Duncan back in October. Could you tell me, was this TKO finish how you envisioned your first official fight for the UFC?
Yeah, it's actually crazy. Pretty much everything happened just like I was dreaming about. It's crazy. Yeah, sometimes we're scared of our dreams because it could happen. Yeah. Yes, and pretty much everything happened. Something even happened better than I expected. For example, they moved our fights to main card. See, I got the first finish of the year. Yeah, that was cool. That was great.
Yeah, you kind of saved the card because the mood was weird. I mean, we were all excited to see the fighters back in action, but we went through the prelims, all were decisions. Then we get to the main card, another decision, and we were like, oh, is this going to be a thing for the night? And then Slavaclaus came, and man, you delivered. Can you tell me how does it feel? Because you tell me it was pretty special when people talk to you about, man, you could actually be the first one to ever finish in 2022 for the UFC. Did you had any conversations before that?
No, actually, I haven't thought about that. I just, I was focused on my stuff, and I'm always looking for the finish in MMA. It's just my goal. It's what make this game actually more fun, because here's so many tools to finish somebody. It's just amazing, and small gloves. I don't know. It's just so cool. I love MMA for that. It's super tough game, super hard, especially because of wrestling, grappling, jiu-jitsu. But still, I have a lot of opportunities to finish, and that's cool. I love it.
Yeah, absolutely, man. What an honor to have. You're going to be talking about this all year. You were the first one there, and we loved it, man. Dakota Bush, to get a little more into the fight, he was pretty active in the beginning of the fight, showing some heavy hands, going for a takedown early, but man, you showed you can overcome a well-prepared opponent. Did anything surprise you in the beginning of the fight?
No, I can't say something surprised me, but his special was pretty good. He wasn't that slow. He was fast enough. He wasn't that simple. I expect a little bit more calf kicks from him. And I expect him being a little bit more wild and looking for takedowns a little bit more kind of wild way. But he did pretty smart and technical. That was kind of cool, which make this fight even more interesting for fans. Thank to him.
Man, but when you found your shots, it was something else, man. It was something to behold. And man, did you deliver? Like I said before, you can totally bang that deliver shot, man. That was the thing of beauty, and that was something that you showed us before in your Contender Series fight. We actually saw that left hook into the body, but now it was on the money. Is that one of your favorite shots? You said it that you were very confident beforehand about that particular strike.
Yeah, I actually really love the body shots. I'm sick about that. But for some reason, unfortunately, very rare I have knocked people out like that. I don't know why. I think it's the reason why, because usual, when you're in a fight situation, especially when the same level guys, you're kind of a little bit overexcited, you hitting very too hard and you're missing the main part. Liver shot, it's about how, it's about the target, timing, and you should hit the right point. If you just hit into the square, doesn't matter how hard it is, it's not that good. It should be right in the right spot. Like when it's in, it's kind of like little bottom, and when you tugging it, that's usually so easy, boom, and everybody
people just folds.
Yes, and it's amazing feeling. It's so cool, and also I feel it's kind of more gentleman way, because when you knock somebody to the head, you can hurt people really bad. Liver, it's nothing. It's 30 seconds of shame, and you're good. And you're okay, you can go.
You kind of shut down, but then you come back, and it's not as damaging as, like you said, as a blow to the head. So yeah.
And liver, it's actually, I think it's only one single organ in your body which can fully recover it. Even if you cut the half of your liver, it should grow back. It's only one organ in your body like that.
Yeah, man. The liver shot was a beauty, but man, those dance moves, man. You're going to put everybody else in shame in the division, man. That was a nice way to bust out that Zangief, man. That Street Fighter celebration like a total pro.
I don't know, Dinos. I have no idea what I'm doing usually. It's just emotions. I couldn't stop because I prepared to this fight like psychopath. I used to work so hard, and I felt great, super strong, and everything happened that quick. How much time we actually was on the feet? Not that much, a few minutes, and boom, boom, and that's it. Yeah, and. They're just so cool. Bang, I don't know. And that's all emotions. It's not even real moves. That's how I felt at this time.
It's your soul expressing. Yeah, I know. It's beautiful to see. You showed it in your face. You were radiant, and it's only fair, man. It was a UFC debut after an amazing way to win your contract. You talked about preparation, which I think it's a nice segue, because one of the main things that stands out from you, for me at least, is your relationship with the Team Alpha Male. You're really close to Urijah Faber, and I heard that he has been such an influence in you, and you've become really close to him, not only as a coach and as a trainee, but also he's a real good friend. He vouched for you in so many ways, and he helped you out tremendously when you decided to make the move back to the States, leaving your family behind and all that. Could you elaborate on that relationship for a bit?
Yeah, I think the best way was when I said, if we talk about business, he's my manager. If we talk about training, he's my coach. If we talk about life, he's my brother. Just one of the close men. He opened all doors for me. He actually, everything that happened to me, it's kind of because of him. Yes, I did a hard work. I passed a super tough tests, but if Urijah wouldn't help me, it would never happen. And technically, I gave up right before the Dana White Contender Series. He pushed me. He said, "No, we will be in UFC," and in a week, it's happened. It will happen. Yeah, it would happen. It was happened. Oh, sorry for my English, whatever.
It's okay, man. I don't speak English that good myself, so we're gonna make it through. We're gonna make it through.
Yeah, but with Urijah, we have some sort of special relationship. Being honest, it's kind of funny. We're such a close friends, but he technically a little bit younger than my dad. Yeah, because I was accident baby, and my dad pretty young, by the way.
Well, Urijah is such a good source for knowledge. He's savvy in the fight game. He's been through it all. I cannot picture anybody that could provide that kind of insight for your career as good as he will. So I think that's a great partnership.
Yeah, you know what? It's actually crazy. Yeah, because the way how he know about me, it's something special. He's such a good coach. He's a great tactic. He know about me much more than myself. I trust him more than myself.
How did you guys connect?
I don't know. He just this sort of guy, it's type of man. Like he's like super, just like that. You mean like how I met him?
Yeah. Like when you came out to the States, were you like, I'm going over to Team Alpha Male straight up, or did you went through a process?
No, I just went straight to the gym, and I was hanging out there for 2 weeks until I met Urijah. And that's it. Yeah, and as I met Urijah, I gave him Russian national hat. And I forgot some more gifts. I think Mother Russia T-shirt,
right? And
like said, "Hey, I'm Slava. I want to fight." That's how we start.
Yeah, well, when you came to the gym, as I've been informed, you were already a great kickboxer. You had a lot of experience as an amateur, and you conquered titles as a European champion. Were you a world champion too in kickboxing? Yeah. I actually was a Vaco K1 rules world champion in 2011. Yeah. Well, you came well prepared, and I wanted you to tell me, how do you feel? Because Team Alpha Male is well known as a guillotine team, so to speak. They know their wrestling, and I wanted to know how good was their influx in your game. How do you feel about actually getting to spend a lot of time in the mats? Because, as we said before, you came with a lot of skill beforehand, and Joel, your other coach, said something about, if it ain't broken, don't fix it. We don't need to touch that part that much. We just need to focus on the wrestling. How could you explain to us how was that process for you when you got there?
I'm just, I think, found for myself the perfect team. It's not only about relationship. Yeah, we have a great relationship. It's a great guys. It's like my family, but also like high level grapplers. They not only grapplers, they're also like good fighters, very good MMA fighters. Like pretty much everywhere. It's super competitive. It's a room full of gangsters. It's cool. Yeah, and we have actually a few guys which not like kind of famous yet. They're not in big promotions yet, but it's about time. Like we have few guys such a strong, like kind of Cleo Romero or Ryan Loader. They crazy. They're super strong guys, and I believe everybody will know them soon.
Well, you made yourself known this year, man. You had the first TKO of the year. You came in a way that it felt like you were there before. And for me, it was pretty interesting to see that. Did you feel anything different last night on Saturday? If you compare it to the way you felt on the Contender Series fight, because it is the same venue, but it's a lot of different stakes. It's Bruce Buffer in your face, screaming your name, presenting you, right? What was that experience like to actually be there officially for the UFC fight?
It's actually, I wonder if I could find the same word in same way to say it in English. In Russian, it sounds really like exactly like how I felt, but it's the nice way to say that. It's kind of like when you can't even understand what it's really happened. Like it's kind of like you in a movie or in video game, something like this. Like oh fuck, it's really happened, or like what? It's happened right now. No way. Like it's kind of cool. Yeah, it's very great. It's great feeling. I kept trying, do not overthinking of that, like focus on my fight. Right. But I believe at this time, only my instincts and skills saved me from that, because I still was overthinking. Like especially like last night, right before the fight, everything was fucked up. Like my stomach was fucked up. I believe I was overthinking, nervous. Like I used to use the restroom like no stop, like no night. Yeah, that was a terrible night. I felt kind of sick. It was terrible because all camp and like weight cut, everything was perfect. Like just too good to be real. Like everything was amazing. I was extremely ready. And very, very last night, I started like overthinking and nervous. Like I even called my grandma. First time, like probably in my life before the fight, I called my grandma. Like I usually never like talking with her before the fight.
What did she tell you?
Don't be a pussy.
That's the kind of
kidding.
grandma I love, man.
She said it nice way. She said it nice way. It will be much better if she said it this way, but she said it nice way.
Oh, that's excellent, man. Grandmas are a treasure. So I'm really happy that you still have your grandma to talk to. It has to be something special. Like, grandma, I'm about to give the best fight of my life. I'm about to give a big step in competition. I'm about to debut in the biggest organization in the world.
Yeah.
What a way to sum it up, man. Did you talk to your grandma afterwards?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, she's my superhero. Like, who I can share with. Of course. Yeah.
You have a good relationship there. That's awesome. Why is she your superhero?
She raised me. Like, I grew up with her. She's like, she was a like dad, mom. I don't know, like everybody for me. She's super cool. Like, she's a very strong, ambitious lady. Like, I disagree with her with many like life stuff, but I mean, we're not like this sort of relationship, like how maybe people could think like, oh, granny, look, I found like green pants. What do you think about that? No, we're not like that. Like, we just, we argue a lot. We fight a lot, but I clearly know everything what I have in my life is because of she. Like, doesn't matter. Sometimes like we can hate each other for a while, but I know everything in my life, like wherever good happened in my life,
it
because
can be
of
traced to her, right?
Yeah.
Well, that's beautiful, man. That's amazing. I hope that I'm not hoping. I'm pretty sure she's definitely proud of you, man. And man, we were talking about the team. We were talking about the preparation. You said you had a great camp, and the anxiety kind of messed everything up. But here you are, nonetheless. You went through the gauntlet of it all, and you came out with a nice victory. I know it's way too early to start thinking about who's next, because I really want to let you enjoy it. But I'm pretty sure that since the way you started your career with such confidence not that long ago, I mean, 5 years ago, you were not even involved in MMA, like professionally, right? And now you made an amazing debut in the UFC. Do you have any plans in terms of, do you see a route for you in the lightweight division? Do you have anything lined up in your mind after this?
No, we have actually. I have one idea, but I think it will be better for next contract. Right now, I'm just listening to Urijah. Like, whatever he says is like, it's Urijah, Joey, my coaches. Like, I think they know better. Like, they know about me much better, and they know about this game much better. Like, because I'm not that much in MMA still. Like, I barely know like maybe 10% of UFC fighters. You know, I'm not really follow like I'm like a real MMA fan. Being honest, I'm doing this shit, I mean, martial arts for too long. It's already like probably 22 years. My first fight was 2002, and I'm training still from 2000. You know, it's just, you know, for all my life. It's not that sort of exciting like for MMA fans. Like, it's still exciting. I still love this, but it's a little bit different.
Yeah, it's different.
It's not like
and all that, right?
Yeah.
Man, I just wanted to know, because it was a great night nonetheless. I mean, we had your finish, we had the big boys having a finish there as well, but the main event, man, the fight between Giga Chikadze and Calvin Kattar. I usually ask this to the fighters, and I know every time is different. Were you able to see the fight? Because sometimes you go into the back, you have to do a lot of press, you have to go to the doctor and do a lot of things. Were you able to see the fight?
No, they sent me to like 3 interviews in a row and right back to hotel. Like, I haven't seen it. I kind of haven't seen the fight really. I watched a little bit on the phone, but you know, it's some fights like Kattar and Giga. It's pretty much like it's how usual happened when 2 equal fighters fighting. it's like that's how it should be. Like a same level guys, and they put the real fight on it. Like that's why people love MMA.
Yeah, every single week we're watching the best fight of our lives, man. It's been a crazy trend. Every single week you get a bigger fight, you get a better fight, you get something even more emotional, even more intense, man. I was thinking about what's coming next, and there's two big guys that are going to square off in just a week. And I wanted to know what was your take on what's going to happen between Francis Ngannou and Cyril Gane next weekend.
I don't know. I have a feeling it will be Ngannou, Francis. Yeah, because I mean, it's real kind of cool, technical, but I feel like something special about Francis. He's kind of he not just strong. He also put the skills on it. Like when he just started, I didn't enjoy him. He was just extremely strong, right? Dude. Yeah, that was kind of even boring. Like, no, that was cool when he like finished the people, but there was such a like kind of ugly way, just when a big heavy dude knocked people out. But now he's put the skills on it, and it's a completely different guy. Like his fight against Miocic, that was something. Yeah, and. I mean, like I still have a feeling like he have a little bit more chances.
And how do you feel about the co-main event between Brandon Moreno and Davidson Figueiredo? That's gonna be a banger of a trilogy, man.
Probably, like we'll see. I can't say that much because I haven't followed like Ngannou when he just started. He already like right away he got so much hype around him. Like the other guys, I mean, the co-main event, it's not the same. Just like I said, I'm not a follow MMA like people usually do. Right. Like, I'm kind of like, it's funny. I'm not all the way in. I'm something between fighter who just fighting and between guy who really loves this game, but love only like something, not love. Okay, not follow only something like big. Like, oh, something big happened, like, oh, John Jones fighting. Okay, cool. Oh, Habib fighting. Oh, I watched, like, something like this. Right. Yeah. It's actually maybe not. It's actually maybe not good because you know why? Because when I watched Urijah, I think it's one thing what makes Urijah such a good, intelligent coach and specialist in this fighting game. He's like psycho. He's watching fight non-stop. Like not only fights, he watching everything, training, fighting. Like that's why he's such a big professional.
He lives
like
I
should learn that. I should do at least like 30% of what he doing.
Well, you can start next Saturday. That's for sure. It's going to be an awesome card, man. Before we go, as you know, we're from Latin America. We speak Spanish. We have a lot of people here that's interested not only in you as a fighter, but also as a person. And you told me that you had a lot of funny stories going to Mexico, going to Spain. You're trying to learn Spanish. Can you tell me a little bit, how was that going to those countries and how was your experience with the people?
Okay, the first, the funny story that's happened, it already was my second trip to Spain. That was Marbella. It's pretty expensive. Right. A pretty expensive part, like rich people around there. And we hanging out there for a while. We actually had a little camp. And one day I woke up and for some reason, I have no idea why, I messed up. And instead of gracias, I said, por favor. I start saying this everywhere. Could you imagine? It started from hotel. I go outside, the guy opened the door for me, and I'm like so spectacular, like turning to him, I'm like, por favor, and like all day, like to everybody, like por favor, someone giving them like some stuff. I bought something at the store, and we finished the process, and I'm like, por favor. And finally, my friend like asked me, hey, bro, why you keep saying that por favor? I said, what do you mean? I just tried to say thank you. He said, but it's not thank you. And I just, no fucking way. And I just start remember that all day, like how I saying that, like what probably people think. Like, no way. I felt like I maybe don't want to walk at the street anymore. Like, no.
That's funny,
especially this guy at the hotel. That was so terrible. You know, when somebody opened the door for you, and you're like, "Oh, that was so terrible,
awful." Man.
Yeah,
that's something else so funny. What else? What were you gonna say?
In Mexico, I can say like it's hard. You know, I have to. It will be too long to make it fun. But I had a lot of much fun in Mexico because we've been in like Valle de Brado. It's a little like village not far from Mexico City. Mm-hmm. It's something in mountains. And I was kind of surprised. For some reason in my head, Mexico, it was or ocean or desert. But we went to the mountains. There was big lake right there and a lot of eagles, like beautiful birds. Very interesting like place. And the people was so nice, so friendly around there. And we walk in if I can say downtown, because the town was super small, like such a small town.
Like a little village,
and
right?
Yeah, like village, yeah. And each 6 meters or 10 meters was or police or military, which is kind of strange too. And we saw the police car with opening door, and we were kind of like overexcited. And I sit at the car to make a picture, and I see the police guy saw me and walked to me, and I like, oh shit, I might have a problem. And when he finally targeted me, he put his hat on my hat. His hat on my head.
Oh, he was like giving you the perfect picture.
Yeah, and I did the picture. I'm like, oh, thank God. I thought now I got a problem, but the people were so nice, especially when I said just few words in Spanish, like something like buenos dias, buenas noches, like, oh, blah, blah, blah. Like, they start saying something very nice, like give me some gifts or whatever. Like, that was cool.
Well, people you got nice. A poncho, as I can see right there. You got an awesome poncho from Mexico.
Yeah.
Yeah, all the Mexicanos in the house.
Actually, I bought at this time I bought the poncho too and sombrera.
Right.
And we've been in downtown in Mexico City. And Mexicans who saw us, they start making a picture with us. yeah, because they see like two kind of European guys, full suit,
fully suited for Mexico adventures. Yeah.
Yeah, they start making a picture of us. That was such a cool thing.
Well, Slava, I don't want to take any more of your time. You were gracious enough to pick up the call like a day after the fight, so we really, really appreciate it. And I just wanted to let you go. Before we let you go, I just wanted to invite you to give a message to the Latin American fans and everybody that's watching Fordewin MMA.
Next gift, I don't know. I will stay on my goal. I would like to finish people as possible, like finish quick, more like spectacular way. And I would like to be a guerrera fuerte.
Un guerrero poderoso.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. That's my goal. And I really wish to see more Spanish and Latinos people fighting too. Wish you the best luck.
Absolutely, man. Well, thank you so much for your time, Slava, and best of luck on this year, man. It's going to be amazing for you. I can already tell, man. You have the right attitude and you have the right vibe, so I'm hoping you got a great year. Thank you so much for Fordewin MMA, man.
Muchas gracias. And por favor.
Por favor.
Time to relax, always working, no stop. Leave my soul on the track, bounce your head off the mat. This is one stop shop, got what you need in the back. Coming for the win, no weakness.